Hi, everybody. It's Emily coming to you from LifterLMS today, and we're going to be talking about the LifterLMS Private Areas 2.0 release and exactly what it includes. I know this tutorial is going to go on our documentation for private areas as well, so I'm going to cover some general things when it comes to private areas so we have a basic overview. Jumping onto my demo site here, the two new features of LifterLMS private areas that came with 2.0 here are adding support for the Gutenberg editor in private posts. So when we go to create a private post, and for LifterLMS private areas, these are direct messages that go to an individual student from an individual course on your website. So when we create our private post, we can add any kind of blocks and content we want now to our private post. And then we can opt to enable discussion if we want students to be able to comment back to us. But then if we add a title, hello, Emily, I can select a course or membership and then select a student within that course or membership. So if I'm going to publish this private post to Arthur Wells, that's myself who I'm logged into this website as, I would select the course or membership, select the student, and then publish it. And that would show up for the student to view on their account. And that leads us into the second point of Private Areas 2.0, which is there's a central location on the student dashboard, my private area, that is available to view the private posts that had been published for you. Previously, you would have to take a short code and you would put it on a course or membership that the private area was associated with. So it would be a little short code that would go on the course, but now you can use the short code on the course if you want to put it in the sidebar of lessons, a little button that says view my private coaching, or it'll be on the student dashboard in this central location here. Let's go ahead and publish the private post with a little bit of content with the Gutenberg editor and just see what it looks like. So if we put in an image from our media library, this is going to make publishing private posts so much more dynamic. Even with WordPress out of the box, you can now leverage columns, which makes formatting private coaching resources so much easier. And what's really cool about this is that blocks can be copied. So if we say our session from April 22, and then maybe we have like a screenshot from Zoom or something that we would put over here in the media bin. Let's imagine that this is a picture of us from Zoom or something, our session. This is what we talked about on our private one-on-one. And then we have some bullet points. Introduction, ... And so we have this total design freedom here. When we publish this, I go to my dashboard in the new central location. We have our private areas formatted really well. We have our Gutenberg editor content laid out, and then our student can comment back to us. So that should make the process of private areas a lot easier to work with. And for anybody who's new to LifterLMS or LifterLMS private areas is a plugin that comes in our Infinity bundle, but it's also available to be purchased individually. What private areas allows you to do is schedule these individual posts to students. It's most often used for one-on-one coaching if we have a course, but you can also buy the course plus coaching. Private areas would be a great way to deliver that coaching with messages that go to the student directly. And then we can also set up automations. So we can create a little series of automated messages. We would create a series of private posts and name our automation. And then when we go to engagements, we can trigger an automation to start when something happens. So automation should be, let me see if I create a private post automation, we could do this. So if we have like a introduction to course automation that we want to set up, we can say introduction to quick start course. We would create a private post, say, welcome to the course. And then we can publish this automation. With our automation being published, we can trigger that automation under engagements. And then we should have trigger a private post automation when a student enrolls in a course, and then I selected the Quick Start course. So when we start the Quick Start course or enroll in the Quick Start course, we're going to start the private post automation and I need to select which one. I only have one, the Introduction to the Quick Start course. And I can put together a little series of messages that'll go out to that individual student when they enter the course. You could also create an automation. There's so much background noise. It's a fire truck going by. But you could start an automation when somebody fails a quiz. So if a certain quiz was failed, you can send someone an automation that says, hey, we know that quiz is hard. If you want to reach out for private tutoring, you can do that here. You can do it when somebody completes a course. You can upsell them to the next course and say, hey, thanks for completing this course. We have another program that's designed for you and others who have completed this program and want to learn this skill next. Private post automations can go really far. And now that you can use the block editor on private posts for students, private coaching through LifterLMS has just been upgraded and made a little bit easier to use. That's LifterLMS Private Areas 2.0. Check it out on our store. Let us know in the comments below what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.